baby born a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another round, we need plenty more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jay Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I've been boozy since I left. I ain't changing for a check. Tell my mom I ain't forget. Woke up drunk at 10 a.m. We gon' do this shit again. Tell your girl to bring a friend. Oh Lord. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another round, we need plenty more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jay Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. When it's last call and they kick us out the door. It's getting kinda late, but the ladies want some more. Oh my, good Lord. Tell them drink some. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jay Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. At the bottom of a bottle, don't miss me. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
New Cupid. Time for a change. New style, down, do your dance. We got a brand new dance. Do your dance.
Dylan. Yo, Dylan.
They say I'm a rapper, and I say
What do you mean? Do you want to be lagged or just not want to be good?
I just let the music
Find out.
come from my soul, so all of my people can stay on the floor. They got a brand new dance. You gotta move your muscles. Brand new dance. It's called a Cupid Shuffle.
Well, we're gonna be crossing up the head.
Here we go. We gonna show you how it goes.
There it is. There we go.
Now walk it by yourself. Yeah.
At least now we got a clear. That better been a clear. What else? 924, there's no approach. Let's switch into Dana. Yeah. Well, at least we got the signals for that. Tortured. Dylan. Do you hear that? No, I have a cat in my hand.
Be nice. Be nice. Let her go. Let her go. Plus, you have your wound open right now. You don't need fur in it. You know. Okay. Goodbye. No, you can't come. Doop. Doop.
All right. Well, we just passed the signal. It was green, and our next one should be green soon. Well, 793 is being followed.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the
Well, we just passed a clear signal. And 793, we're clear over CP Mercy. Dylan! What are you doing? disconnected from your mouse. Shoot. I'm going into emergency. B623, emergency, emergency, emergency. B623, emergency, emergency. B623, an emergency now. B623, can't stop the time. Please, speed, I need this. My mom is kinda homeless. B623 stopped. Right. B623 is currently in an emergency. Why is he like stopped? Why is this guy going extremely slow? no reason why this guy stopped. Not even 10 miles an hour anymore. Okay, that's it. Taking over this 793 because I don't know what the hell what's he doing. Oh, he stopped. No, he's not stopped. He's like creeping past. That's not. Move faster. Burn better. Can't even get movement yet. Because 793 don't want to move its, you know what, ASS, because I don't know why. It's stupid. Like 793 must be stupid. Here we go. Land the cap 45. Of course, I have to pull that sing. And now I can barely even draw my train because of this. Yo, Dill. Dill Pickle. There we go. Helen. Don't log into your OBS. Your OBS broke up. Can I have access to your OBS? Can I have access to your OBS? Access to your OBS right now, if you don't. What's wrong? Right there, back.
Yeah, that pretty big rest.
Get back. Get back, Peter.
Yeah. It's no French.
Relatively possible, but they would do like either Orlando again or that may be this one like that the capital Lake of Flint City. Yeah, we tried to get the best that we can last Sunday, but we didn't get much done.
I don't even know how to do that though.
And also, you know what's wrong with that day? It's a Sunday. I was lucky I saw everything because you have to work on Sunday.
Yeah, and I don't think games know how to do that.
You go during the week. It'll be about an hour and a half out from Orlando if you ride Orlando.
I know.
Or you could just
I don't think Dan's gonna want to do that.
wow.
So.
And one of you could chill on the sit there. You don't have to. It's a nice city you can walk to. The speed limits are good.
Okay.
You don't think I'll be with
I'm not complaining very small, man.
Dylan, you want to play Euro Seek?
Well,
Modern technology, alternate engineering skill, and feeling once and for all, these things actually made it safe to but you're no longer around like a broken canvas forever, you're being shoved in the water of this ecosystem. Cannot believe they would spend 23 hours a day in this tiny little stuff. Until like 52 at 9:30. Yeah, this exact jail cell would seem pretty unremarkable. Any bodies on duty until all the 50 individuals all together. That's the night it's the prisoners Saturday moving to the school after moving in the chief of his brain with the very simple the middle for the fire and the feeling themselves they use this their elaborate system and it's based off with the body of this relationship like the best in progress advanced equals silk or on the ground constantly take prisoners very fast.
With all 6 of those turning to start spreading right back early to teacher, moments after lights out and everybody out. Yeah, since they weren't expected out of bed until they called next morning, they knew the way to us on the alarms and beds and drugs to night until head several times during the night. So they first pretty much like these on their floors, and they had spent 2 months packing out of soap, comfort dust, toothpaste, toilet paper, and actual human hair. This is kind of confusing, so it's Albert that can talk about who was Huntington of the Jen Cell with the sleeping just out of the corner of my eye. Really missing this man. That is one of the interesting these working records because my boys have a night meeting for 30 and he was the next thing as he plays ever. Then brothers John, Charles, and Lynn, all our smartest friends, will be so exploring different tools. All three have previously escaped and are still in the curious and perfect time. No one can successfully escape from extraordinary persistence. So when we're to assess extraordinary persistence, every aspect of their conflict, prison, and severity, I usually look for the unexpected states of their escape. So I started prison break two of my own, with the parents, and feel great. They will be pretty sadly done it. But it's really together all the exact same materials they have. Their disposal, memories they have before that. Maybe it will fix that. I'm gonna start picturing. You can see those are some graphs. Give you an idea. That's good. Say, I think the things this seemed like experience. This is Marco over the it's easy. So that one is doing both artistic framework. Who's you want to start with? I'm inspired with Frog saying that I know your novels actually goes on our physical state. Says they have their own resident artists in one of the books. Entertainment. You also work with as a hobby, so you could probably take his brother John on the other hand, artist ops, and he provided the still few air. So, hello. How do you do? Here's Mark. Oh my God! The principal facsimile cities, the pyramids, and capacity fixed program, and we've been told all three of us will need to sleep on beds. And our outcome is significantly different from theirs. What have you done in all work? The evidence is looking at this is, alright, next test. Alligator version is set at 9:37 p.m. with grabs and tools and a salt plate hole in their jail cell wall. They spent the previous 6 months securely with gaps. This is like big fall to escape. It is not very like this really tense. Really so extra on thinking, they decided to launch an already existing airplane underneath their sleep. They obviously have access to power tools, and how they create primarily using stolen foods for bacteria, they vacuum the spiral moving around to gain a better appreciation for what this would actually take. We start from a jailbreak to work on a replica prison cell we built on slabs in concrete similar to what they were. His fingers turning to get tired and skinny. Wow, no, it's so strong. Here, why would you give him notes? And so breaking is hard. He was taking him straight their way over, big enough to escape from. Sorry, so that's the question. How will cover the thinking progress in regards to what is covered during their routine room inspection? To answer that question, I think it's about time to let's try to find Adam Savage. How do you do with it? It seems like locking $8+ on this one. You didn't know that there were still pieces of the original thing until we called over here. And they're like, yeah, come on, that would show it to you. One of the first things you showed them was this. Basically, the thing that you incredibly use is that when you bring the starboard, notebook covers, and stuff, which they then only busy dreams, their papers, so from a maker set. From a maker standpoint, this is a masterpiece. Yeah, this kind of like homegrown materials are scattered from the prison shop. And look, this good about the concrete walls. But the person who did some progress, they got the exactly quite work. Yeah. I'll do these things to say that the brothers release it. Every night, I think the second was used to count for all needs. For one of them was around the corner, while one kept watching the guards, makes a critical, and the third one straight away. And this noise management system turned out to be pretty effective. Oh my God, that's so loud! Experts were proving that digging through concrete with metal steel was very slow work, and reflected in something Black Forest, the mastermind, would do as well. Giving someone a little vacuum reached the maintenance exactly like the model shown here. Then to top off the top shell and remove the can assemblies, you'll find me on a modified power grid. And that honestly fades out the window. All the units have power output from yourself that allow them to use things like electric savers, or in this case, don't want using your power grid. The recording once again masking the sounds. It's also improve that doing a series of rolls and then using the spoons to remove the remaining excess material between them. And as much as we just increased our output as well, it was clear that some still did, and I wanted to get to the quality test. So I made the white flag in before the air animation definitely be able to dispose of it. So the hole is the exact same size as the holes themselves. Look at how much like concrete they would have removed from the premises, right? Put it on the pocket, put it out in the yard. Yeah, but this is the actual size of the hole they escaped from. Oh, it's no big. So it turns out they were like 135 pounds. These are tiny big, they're tiny big. Like, look at them here. That goes first. Now I have to make it. Oh, quick. Oh, there's no way. What's up? Oh, you know, there's no way this guy's down through all that work. Tell those things up and get these postal place. It's that golfing down the street. Oh, you're in. Oh my gosh! Oh, she's already gone. Wow, okay, yeah. Well, we want to do it back all I know.
Yo, Dylan, join in ERLC right now. What? What are you doing?
It's missing these police stations. And more importantly, it hasn't been taken a lot. There's all these pipes that basically got this route. And we got all the way up to right. See, this thing is itself. It was already an overlight draft with light vests, overlaid paddles, and HP flashlights in the field. And that's because it's one of the purpose. It had been sneaking out here from once. And the same people as the big coverage leading up their hidden hole into every night as they fabricated their roots for the state. I mean, we thought was fun because none of them was actually assigned to work out here for a couple hours a day. In the ceiling and the general distance under the watchful eye of the guns patrolling right across the wall. So they devised a plan. Every day, you sweep guns down at the college floors below. When the guards and other prisoners eventually complaining about the mess from the police and when you appointed the new location, drop the dust would fall down, leaving themselves, pleasantly leading to stop the process. Of course, considering blankets and music worked up here undetected for months. And up every night, doing some work, falling down to 30 floors, the mass suite. Snaps the instruments. And of course it makes sense that
Oh, damn.
as possible. Taking months and I even for this thing
Pickle.
this is weird. You can literally see how far you get over it's divided itself. The funny one thing why it's getting access to many materials like popular mechanics, where you learn some of the skills they use for designing their paddles, constructing the rack, their life materials, or building instant omnibus raincoats, they got borrowable scrolls from other Indians. And they're like, this is exactly what you work with. Is the throughout the world. On top of that, this is where the guards will patrol back and forth with constant stuff to see them, keeping an eye on prisoners. So it's a guy up to 15 feet away. He's got the literally fabricated units wasted. And now they're ready to do a survey. They're ready to hopefully other visions. They would have to do the same by building axle rafts in the color street. So now let's go. We're out of our stuff. So the next big step is having to make it these prints and some of the best parts. The food that I need popular the inside was out of the permanent parts. Right. Well, like I said, I don't really. Most people when I feel like is the most nonsense. It's chapter I go find instruction of the Minecraft. I feel like this is going to show them. This is absolutely insane. It's a good piece of film what they're doing. You know, they're doing the same thing. This is crap. Our theory was that they made 4 tubes, and then we don't need the second short one, because we can just make it a long. These tubes are something like 4 tubes, you know, other than that. Now, it's something to applicable to look at this raise. He says, things when you have to do this, it's smart thing. You have your there you go. If I were to analyze this, I'm not speaking because we see the jackets and I don't use it. Everything's a big size split. It's so satisfying for all. It's so satisfying. There is so that's in the 70s today. It's so hard to depend on if you want to be a little more opportunity.
He's running. 10-4, we got a runner. I got a runner. He's running. 10-4, I'm on foot. I'm on foot. I repeat, I'm on foot.
Same secret weapon just thinking stuff. Oh yeah, do something recording and actually do something in real time. Yeah, there you go. Hey, okay. The our survival, press on this go. This is an absolute wrap. We will be using it to cross the second question on the Grand Waters. Here we go.
Very almost part of this time. It's only to kill 99.9% of bacteria. We had lifestyle lunch.
Before I'm in pursuit, still in foot pursuit. On the ground. Suspect is on the ground. We got him in cuffs.
Number 1, please tap it up. And number 2, present the Built-in engine identify the report using for real-time interpretation.
10-4, we have a sniper. 10-4, we have a sniper.
What we detailing the impossible about this is because they bring things on
Oh, shoot, I see where he is.
all you was this
Bulletproof truck. Armored truck. Oh, we got 10-4, we got a shotgun in.
It's right outside of the place of the box. When it's regular, we parts together and we go all around and things like this. That's what it's that's the we learn all these peaceful lives things like the civilians, so everything considered is really from that peaceful, we don't want to see this between the and into that. First, that's thoughts will be models. So if you're a kid for some people who are not good Christmas sales, it's going to be absolutely cool. I mean, so the place I find calling for two boxes, expensive, and really fun. You are still to the beginnings, there's 6 box boxes, galleries, 6 toys. I don't know this make things up. Sometimes I feel like they're now it's like 4 years. I think it comes to the belief. This strategy is the country good. They replace the solid with the gold that one by itself, and they replace it with the fake gold made so clear, anything with green. It doesn't mean it's the gold or restriction law. using the beginning to be a ventilation pipe using the ingenious woolly ball spreader to feed up two opposite threaded bolts with the threaded string up to the middle. With the string of each bucket with the finger breaths, two buttons would slowly deform the restriction bar so that it's even up. First, cluster through, set the model bed, please out there back. Running flat on the week, the guard needs to go through the live bed. So you have to twist this thing over, laying it on the roof, next to you need white ones. God's lap. Just imagine, waiting up on the goddamn lap. So running to the you got the student services for the night. Before they get to the city of life. No, they are beautiful. They're down here, exclusive wallets, and it's wonderful. So the team needed to the every they parted down the water pipe, made their way along the exercise yard, down by the water tower, and in the houses. Now it's really learning about it. I was able to see it 2 seconds 12-foot barbed wire pipe. All the views are level and protected by the armed forces. The swim showers, we were the same site, and we preserved that we could stay. The final part of the stick. Continually, when you can't be seen by the water tower, they made their way down the street and get to the water right here. I think this wasn't the easiest spot for that's the right frame to specifically because it was in a blind spot for our houses. But I'm going down to the water side, we're going around the water like 40 minutes and we're going to yeah. So that's the way this is possibly another job. You also have a home job. It's like this thing that's really scary. So, it's good. After work, time to start making these. And then, oh, you're not done, right? It's not there when you'll be back. Yes. And then this, you guys are going to be how are you going to it's about me. This is not easy. Okay. Oh, shoot, but you talk let's do it. One more guy. Guys, I'm on the football. This is next ball. No, it's fine. We put there. We should put everyone. Oh, Bill. I'm on the field. It's not exactly dark, even though we will get launched after lights out. That's my what did you say? Like, the water food to do is just and then we do the block, and do it. Cycle, then stop doing it. And 6 people doing it some very nice things. Wow, and you're going to be back to Harvard, and I just run them off that inspectors. This is a song to it. This is a blog stop. The other thing,
Same. I said 6:46:45, but it's almost
successful escape.
Yo, Dylan. I'm playing here. Dylan.
It's about dividing them like 40 a large portion of my body is under the water right now. I fucking don't.
Of course they know.
It's a massive thing. Look, it's not that dangerous water. It's like selling swimming around there. It's actual trips right off the shore, without the drags, and great white shark in the year. When I was scouting up little pieces that they didn't know me around, I saw another seal right off the shore. They were the seals because there's it's white. That's it's on the open city, and despite the rough waters, our great escape was going pretty well. Right up until the raft started deflating. It's just not. No one feels really pressure on it. There comes the watching out. The whole night's had ready that looking kid goes in, and I'm only going to feel I'm going to sit on it. I'm sorry. Because the man that I think that's looking for are surviving the event on it. Well, thank you for the but Alcatraz is fading into the distance, and it's only in things, it's coming to us, and this is the beach. And Steve John Yeager is looking more and more likely, it is to do. I'm not. Oh, God, my body. Sorry. Okay. I'm going. You can have it. I will not be the thing. I will not be the thing. Oh, it's so serious. You see some flying on. Go, Leo. I'm thinking so much faster than I
Trying to snipe someone. Come on.
That's that.
Stand still for damn sake. Oh, crap. He knows where I'm at. Missed. Location revealed. Mission board. Mission board. Board. Tired of it.
John, you've located a plan to fix our CD situation. Turns out, you're thinking more about content than my life.
Come on.
No matter what happens here, the civility YouTube channel. Like clearly this uploaded a video about what we could actually do with the giant asteroid. It's on this uploaded video.
Come on.
Excellent. It could be say 18 to 20 minutes still in your state grade. One was tell us. We couldn't have done about 90% of it with force. Now it's up to us. Let's without hoping to this.
Multiple fire zone. He got me down. Officer down at what? At 2114 location.
Yeah. So I know that what's eliminated is definitely survive that final step. And what we know for sure is evidence of their escape like paddles, life jackets, and these four locations. So what we also know is that in the movies and the 30 people high tech buildings and contrast, and they can say, I can buy that time. It's the building was very bad. It's a lot more exciting. So it was exactly like 30 minutes of those dollars. And so like that ends up being staff and real estate for them. I don't know would be between another 30 and your times for like the FBI record and continuous floors to access the part of the data you have. Who's stop right in that scene step. I don't know. Even with all that, realistically, I still get that off once they 50% chance of surviving the final step. But if anyone was going to beat those odds, students, stakeholders, team,
Hola.
Hi, Charlie.
While spending that resilience working with doing nothing, it's not about fun, it's a really expensive, or how we did with 2 boxes and all expensive.
3 boxes so they can sit in the closet, not open it. Yeah, that probably wasn't.
Bye, fire station. No, I moved Scott's game. Oh.
I see us for just 279 per minute. It's 2025, 600. I see for just 329 per month. We see it, yeah. But hurry in. My problem is it's the one thing in truth. I recommend switching to Cascade $500. These pods is all complete and have done. Break it down 100%. Don't stop stuck on trees. Cascade $500.
That's right. I get we need to break. If they get it, say. Yeah. You're doing so fast. I want to read what it is. Okay. Um, Guys. I have been. Chris,
Since the year 2020, we're far from number one. Little big broadcasting and in charge. And the chick was not sure in the middle to be fun. He's a free one. He's a free one. He must be the track. He is the real deal. He's the real deal. Honest guy in the sky. Free one. I'm sure it's a beautiful nature of me. Sees me running the teach me.
Just keep different kind of everything. You doing?
Keep down.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this came out when your Rabel was available, and we needed to pick him up as a coach. So we was looking at him and Jess was looking at him. So yeah. I read over down to me.
Just sticking me out front to your It's Jersey where they have the team. Chicago, first in America, and you know that's where I spend my life. But they haven't traveled to the Super Bowl,
Hey, if here. Microtrains was sold today. You bought them?
Boo.
On Mars, whatever the weather stuff, like they're doing accurate kits, they would do that weather apps, something else. That's already done, yeah, it's all of it, yeah. Yeah. So then just slightly expensive for my. Yeah. 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 It takes my break. It was going to use. Actually, another. It takes my break. Actually, it's like, think about it. So great, you were able to get BBC live. So otherwise, you have to watch it tomorrow. Too little. Hey, Fox. At the end. School today, Liam. You have homework? Sure you do. Fox. I know. That's nice.
You want the ladies are going to on the radio.
Oh, the red carpet. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
supposed to do a live broadcast.
And then what? Music awards?
Show didn't start till 8, but all the people are arriving and walking up in their fancy. How was school?
Good.
You have a good day?
Yeah.
What do you want to do for your birthday?
See Amtrak.
What do you want? Yeah, you want to see Amtrak in the afternoon?
Yeah, like evening.
And Dad's TV first. Very good.
No,
I'm gonna do it here so I can like find where
Oh, we have.
what do you want for your birthday? Anything you thinking of?
I'm not decision.
You're gonna send off that locomotive for you, right? You want to
Yeah.
put a decoder and speaker in, right? When I said,
I already know I'm putting it. I already know I'm gonna be putting in for Christmas.
I don't have any salt though.
What was that locomotive that I wanted?
Well,
Back in
which one?
GP40, GP38 maybe? Thinking? It does have to be a GCC. Like it could be without the sound and then we can add the sound in.
Right. So one that was already out. Like which one we were talking about. You find it, let me know. 'Cause You've been talking about a bunch of different stuff over time.
Yeah.
And
That was back when we were in New
after
Hampshire.
Christmas, make sure you put it on your list.
Yeah.
But for your birthday, ever have anything in mind? Huh?
Not quite.
Think about it.
Saturday. Oh, Saturday.
Right? Yeah. There. Yeah.
Something.
This is my space. That waits yours, and that's your stuff right there. I think it's a different level. Yes. It's fine. 2 slices, 3 slices. Yeah, they're still small.
Something broke down. It starts on WTV apps, so it's very much. Well, that's gonna be a week. WTV.
What? Yeah. Great.
Yeah. I'm just gonna throw out to you. Agencies like one of the only stations that's the hardest for me. Agencies are one of like the only stations that's like the hardest for me to find. Fox you can get not ABC. I'll look into it.
Dylan. Dylan. Have you ever had Pokemon in your life? Dylan. Why does it say AFK? Of course, this thing says AFK. That's crazy.
Of transmission. CSX Equipment Defect Detector. Milepost Niner 3.1.3. No defects. No defects. Total axle 4. End of transmission. FEC SFRT FECWILD detector. SFRTA CSX detector. Milepost Niner 5.2.1. No defects. Repeat. No defects. Total axles 4. Detector out. CSX detector. Milepost Niner 5.2.1. CSX. CSX Equipment Defect Detector. Milepost 825.5. CSX Equipment Defect. CFRC Equipment Defect Detector. Milepost 801.0. Track 1. CF. Norfolk Southern. Milepost 2. Branch Railroad. Dragging equipment detector mile post 191. Amtrak milepost 64.3. Track 4. No defects. Detector out. WRD Railroad detector. P and W dragging equipment. PAR detector milepost 48.5. CSX. MBTA detector milepost 22. SLR detector at milepost 73.8. Speed 22, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 48. Temperature 60. Length 692. Power off. Detector out. EMR detector milepost 90.
Yo. So basically, I'm trying to create a defect detector, but in Frankston Classics, I'm not hearing it, so I'm gonna. Let me see. Let's see. They got their tutorial set up part 1.
We tried everything, but Charlie still struggled with math. Then another mom
Let's see.
Vectors, speed, video. What we'll be covering today, video isn't particular. All right, let's jump right into it. So first you want to navigate to your Railworks directory. Find it, desktop. It's always a good idea to do.
Okay,
It's from inside or not. And the DCSV and all that stuff. You'll have a Lua script called SD40-2 engine script.
Here we go.
You'll want to rename that extension to .lua.prev, and you can access that by going to View if you have Windows 10, going to Options, or asking if you can actually change that. In this case, I have this on the black instead of the default, so I just changed it. This path matches where the actual Lua is. To convert the prev by changing the extension. Now, one thing to be noted is that the engine script function might vary, and it does note this in the script. So if your engine has any script control that is outside of the normal default function names, it will not work. So, or sorry, the Jeep stuff, not so much advanced braking, but compatible or that big of an issue. Else, a new locomotive Lua script inside of your own script, but actually make something that works with this script inside of. You want to save the bin file component, and it should match the same file name as your now newly modified Lua script. And these should be always easy. You won't really have freight cars with advanced function calls, so you won't have to worry about it. But we'll go into here, and this one is really easy. You'll take your included rolling stock script modification Lua file and just drag it into whatever whatever freight car that you're trying to modify, and this also works for passenger. You'll open up a bin file, the main bin file of the freight car, go all the way down to the bottom, and you'll want to put your name of your script component down there. So in this case, let me take the, excuse me, let me make the file, the window smaller so you can actually see. And take this, rename it. Just
Why did we
get
first place?
So it should be.
Why are we gonna do this?
Part will. Accurate every time it reads you out. So that's it for this.
Okay, I get it, because then it'll read when you run over it, it's gonna read yourself out accuracy, not just like, oh, this axle, I don't know. Yo, Dill, what starts with the letter P and ends with the letter Y? You want today? What is the Luna? See all this, but what is the name Luna? Blueprint. There's the micro talker, but there's no Luna. But what did I do?
It reports the car count, and if it reports the train length, it will put 2 X's there. That is the naming of the signal, and it's really easy to do. You'll want to kind of realign everything later on, and it shouldn't mess with anything too much. So you kind of want to drag the nodes to be where you want them, kind of in line, and then reposition the detector box to be wherever you want it. So I'll just kind of straighten it out. Create it. That's all placed. Now the secondary part of it is purely for aesthetic, but you want to scroll down in the signal category here. So
yes, and yes, we've seen this.
Plates that are over center, scale rims yet. The correct dimensions in mind per photograph. So yeah, you get this, and that really you'll have to stock updates is to just verify, get some enjoyment out of it. It'd be great to see some new routes coming out, freeware that utilize some new technology. Thanks for watching, guys.
Question number 1 is, how do we exactly
of whatever route you choose? So in this case, I took Mariah's Pass because I have a timetable available to me. I scroll down the list to Searchlight Simulations and select the common asset. In the common asset, you'll find a 1-link, 2-link, 3-link, and 4-link version of the equipment defect detector. This allows you to apply the defect detector on more than 2 main track, single track, 3 main track, and 4 main track. So in this case, we've got 2 main tracks here, so I'll be using the 2-link defect detector. Simply place it down wherever you want it, and apply the links in order. So in this case, in every railroad, the first main track is always the one to the north. So you put the first link on the first main track to the north. So use the compass, it helps a lot. Place that link, and it'll stubbornly select the second link. There you go. Place that down, and then here comes the fun part. These detectors are fully configurable for whatever railroad you're going to be setting up, with limitations for now. So the railroads that we can program this thing to read are BNSF, Canadian Pacific, Norfolk Southern, KCS, CSX, Illinois Central, Burlington Northern, Union Pacific, and Adriana County per request. To name the detector, you will double-click it, just like any other signal, and type in the name of the railroad that you want. Now, this will be included in a detector ID text file, so you won't have to guess at what it is. In this case, it's just BNSF. And then naming the milepost that you want it to read out for a timetable. Excuse me. Since we are at Columbia Falls, find the appropriate detector. Columbia Falls, for my timetable here. At 12:11.7. And the nearest detector to that is 12:9. You can verify the position of these defect detectors by just going to the map. Here's 12:13, so this would be 12:12.9 right in the middle. So we will put in the milepost as this.